Hello and welcome back to another video. Once again we are going deeper into this sound design aspect of making audio for games. Today I'm gonna try my best to show you how I made two of these kind of knives sound like a sword, simply. And there's many ways to do this. Normally I would actually just take, I have a sword in our living room, which I normally would just make the sounds with, but not many have a sword hanging on the wall, so I'm gonna try my best to make some kind of sword sound. Okay, so when we jump into Logic, as you can see, I have recorded a couple of samples. And without any effects on, they sound like this. Just like normal knives hitting together. What I did is that you can see some are called tight, some are called resonant. What I actually just did was, if we take for example the one called knife tight. If we solo this one, well, you can guess why it's called tight. It's a very tight sound, which means I had a very tight grip on the knife, which just makes them go, nothing else. And then, for example, if we have one of the ones called resonant, which sounds like this, which of course is, instead of holding the knives really tight, I just keep a loose grip and make the sound more resonant from the knives. There's a big difference. Not tight, or well, tight, and not that tight, which makes it more resonant. So, what I've actually done, the only thing I've actually done, besides some slight EQing here and there, is actually pitch shifting these, because you can hear in the sounds that it's knives, it's normal butter knives that gets hit together. And I had a vision of a more, not a big sword, but like these kind of one-handed sword sounds, which is kind of deep sounding, but still got some sort of high pitch to it. So what I did was, on all tracks, besides one, which I'll get back to, I've actually pitch shifted them quite much, -10 semitones, and I actually think it's -10 semitones on most of the one at -8, but down, oh, -4 actually. Okay, but this one, which one is this? Edge? Yeah, that's because I wanted more of the attack, and instead of finding my way to the attack with the EQ, I simply just didn't take it all the way down to -10 semitones. So, when you put all these pitch shifts on, we get a sound that sounds much more like some kind of sword sound. So the only thing I've done besides doing some EQ, you can see I've played around with tune tracks, easy mix, but that was just some experimenting, so I can actually just delete this and this I don't need. The only thing I did was some slight EQing on the first one, which is tight. I wanted a bit more of the highs. For some reason. I guess it sounded better to my ears, and that's what sound design is. If it sounds good to your ears, then it's a good sound. Also on this one I have a EQ, which is actually just a frequency I didn't like. Try to see if you can hear the frequency. If we take it off, and if we try to listen with it on, it's a slight difference, but it makes a bigger difference in the bigger picture. The last thing is the EQ on the master channel, and you can see I've actually just cut a lot of lows in the lower mid-range, because it had some bad frequencies I quite didn't like. So that's basically it for this video. Of course, there's much more to it if you want to really dig into it and make a perfect sound for some kind of sort, but this is what you can do with a very limited budget, with a couple of butter knives, a DAW, and some sort of handheld recorder like this one. So I hope you enjoyed this, and hit that subscribe button. That would make me really happy. And I hope to see you in the next video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and that like button, it's important for some reason, so click it. Bye!